What is up, everybody? We are back today. It has been a minute since we've talked to you guys, and I apologize. Long story short, during one of the recordings I lost a whole bunch of footage, and pretty much I've just been butthurt for the last 2 weeks, pouting about it because we had a lot of really good footage on there. We had the announcement. It was right before Thanksgiving. Right after Thanksgiving that we got all that stuff. But yeah, so now I have no way of doing that, so I'm just going to recreate some of this. I know I can't do it to the best because that was a motorcycle ride for Toys for Tots that we did, but nothing I can do about it now. So we're going to move on, and we're going to announce the winner of the Blackstone 17-inch Adventure griddle, and that's going to be right down below. So if you are this person, I really need you to reach out to me at kenny@jkbronco.com, and what we'll do is we'll get that on order for you at your local Walmart. You'll be able to pick it up. All we ask is you enjoy it. We'll have a photo release and stuff in there for you to sign and just kind of return with us as far as just kind of sharing that stuff. So congratulations, and let's move on to our next project and what we're going to be doing. So we've purchased the trailer. We bought that so that we could put the motorcycles into it, but as you guys know, living in an RV, you guys are limited on space. So one of the things we're doing is we're going to turn this into a toy hauler / living quarters in the front. So the boys have their own little space in the front. We have a little garage for the bikes in the back. Plus we have a little bit more room inside the RV. So that's our project right now. We're going to be working on that throughout till the end of the year. We still have the Key West trip. Me and Seth are going to be going on the motorcycle. The way it's shaping up right now, it looks like it's going to be cold. So we are going to be prepared, and we're going to start that as well too. So we got a lot of content over the next few weeks we're going to try to be pumping out. I will be traveling, but so it won't be always in it with the background of this. We will have a background out west as far as some mountains and that kind of stuff as I talk through some of this stuff. So let's get started on this. We have some garage floor paint enamel, decorative chips that are going to go in the paint, and then we added this here. It's a floor texture additive. We're going to try this out and see how well it works out, and hopefully it gives us a little bit more traction on the actual floor. But it's supposed to mix in with a full 1 gallon, and so we're going to try our best to try to mix it up the best we can. Add some texture gradients to it and see how well it works out. Okay, so we are inside the trailer now, and as you can see, we've already done the floor, and here's some footage of that. That was just a quick thing. I don't have very good lighting in here. This is literally the only light I have in here right now, so that's going to be one of the things I'm tackling. But for right now, just because I wanted to get my bikes out of the rain and my buddy's bike out of the rain, I want to get this wall put up here, so it basically separates the two, so then we can start working on getting all this built out. So what we have is the front's going to be actually storage, and we're going to have the electrical box, the plug-in, the battery, and some other stuff in the front over on this side here. And then this side here will be all storage for like totes and Christmas decorations, memorabilia, all that kind of stuff that we pretty much want to have with us. And then for here, as you walk in, let me step over this. So as you look here, we're going to have a bed here, and then we're going to have another bed right over here. And it's going to be a loft style bed that we're going to build. And it's going to be a loft style bed we're going to build. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a foldable futon underneath there. And we're going to try to spec it out the best we can so that we still have some room. But we've got it laid out just right. So right here in the center, there's going to be a nice path that goes right through here, so that we can put a door here and then put another sliding door over in the front so that we can access the storage and some of the other stuff up front there. Now, once we start building this out, we'll have the bed. It'll probably come up about here, depending on what the specs are for the loft, for what we need for the futon for underneath. But the concept behind that is, if we had somebody over, like Jessica's grandma's down, she's been down here for a few weeks, so if she decides to come down again or other family members decide to come down, then we can set them up in the trailer if we want to, or we can come out to the trailer, they can have our room, whatever. We want to set them up so they have some sort of comfort. And like I said, we're going to have heat and air conditioning in here. We're going to be putting an air conditioning unit up here. And then I'm going to actually set it up so it can feed back here as well too, in the event that we want to open it up and cool the back if I'm working or whatnot. So yeah, so let's get started on this. First order of business is let's build the divider wall and let's get the studs and everything all set up. We're going to use the standard 16-inch center-on-center stud and do a traditional style. And then once we get find out what style door we're going to do, then we're going to actually build the barn style door for here and here, and we're going to kind of match it. We are going to insulate these walls, but for right now we haven't gotten around to that. It is in route. It's like a spray foam insulation, but they got like tubes that you can feed down into the wall. So what we're going to do is we're going to drill some holes into the plywood, spray it, let it fill out, let it insulate, and then what we're going to do is we're skinning on top of all this a nicer wood so we can actually paint it out so it looks nice. Now the back, we're not going to really insulate that, but from here where the wall's at forward to the other wall that we're going to build, it's all going to be insulated so that we can keep that heat and air conditioning inside during the different types of months. So let's get started. Okay, and just like that, this wall is done. Now, I had Jeremy stop by. He helped me out with a few things. He gave me some advice and some tips on what he would do. I'm actually going to take some of that stuff because that's actually going to help us out with some space. We are not going to do a door into this garage space. That way we can put cabinets and everything all up here and give us a little bit more room. When you live in RV style, you got to use as much space as you can and utilize it the best you can. So now that we got this done, So if you guys are liking some of the content that we have, be sure to subscribe. You know, we're trying to get our subscriber count up. We just gave away the Blackstone giveaway, which the winner's down below. Again, make sure you guys reach out to us on the email below as well too, so that we can get that ordered for you. You guys can get that picked up. Enjoy it during the holiday season and into 2024. You know, we're going to get this cargo trailer converted in the front. We're going to get the windows and everything, get the wall, get all this stuff done. It's going to be an awesome living area for the boys to have. Being somebody like me, I think it would be awesome to have something like this as a kid. But, you know, some people won't look at it that way. But, hey, you know, I think it's going to be cool. So we're going to start working on that. Part of this, once we get the wall up, we're going to start working on all the 120 volt system setup, where we're going to bring in a 30 amp plug, put in a breaker box, put in some breakers, run some 110 throughout the walls, and I'm going to explain why I do certain things inside RVs and campers just because of fire hazards. We're also going to hook up the 12 volt converter over to the 12 volt system for the lights and everything, get the lights and everything all hooked up, installed, so that we can see a little bit in here. Right now we got the door kind of swaying back and forth. I know it's a little noisy, but it's helping us with some light. It's helping us with some ventilation and stuff, just because sawdust and everything, sinuses, whatnot. So yeah, hope you guys like it. We'll see you guys next week.